Yo, what up? It's realtalkhiphop.ca. I'm your host, Joe.
Yeah, what's going on? It's your boy Kidding, West Coast Stand Up, LA. We in the building. You know what it is, alumni music group, back gang. Ooh.
And my pockets are the only things bigger than my ego. I just want it all.
First question I want to know is how many tattoos do you have?
Tattoos, I lost count around like 25, 27. I was like trying to keep count for a minute when I was younger, but then I just started getting, I forget about tattoos. Like, I got tats behind my ears and on my head that I forget about, so it's like, it's hard to keep count with everything, you know what I mean? Wow.
Do they have meaning? Like, I wanted to ask you because, tattoos are really heavy nowadays. So what do they mean to you?
I mean, I feel like every tattoo I have has a meaning or representation for just a time period of my life, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily a deep, you know what I mean? Everything that, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff has a better meaning, a cooler meaning than others. Some stuff is just like art, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it still represents a time period about how you felt in your life. Like, art is just always, you know what I'm saying, how you feel, so.
Do you have a favorite tattoo?
My favorite tattoo, everyone's favorite tattoo is like this skull bone. I got like an x-ray of my skull bones on my hands. It was like one of my like 8th tattoo or something like that. I was going in early. We went straight for the hands, the neck, you know what I'm saying? We was going in. So I already know I was going to get blasted my whole life. Now, I mean, people who tell you that their tattoos don't hurt usually only have like 3 tattoos. I have like a lot of tattoos, so I know which ones hurt and which ones don't hurt. You believe like the face doesn't hurt, but then this pinky didn't feel good at all. So, you know, it varies.
I know you just released the album, Up and Away. You know, what's the difference between the album and the 3 previous mixtapes? Was there a difference, stepping into the album game?
The album, I would say, is more. It's more work put into it. I feel like it's more quality. I went into a real, you know what I'm saying, a studio and recorded with an engineer. Usually on mixtapes, I just record myself, go in the booth and, you know what I'm saying, in the closet or in wherever the, you know what I'm saying, mic set up. We got the whole setup to where it's, you know what I'm saying, soundproof. But I record, mix it, engineer myself. But this time I went in the studio, had a deadline. So it's like you got to really put thought into it and a lot more work in producing an album than you do just a mixtape. So.
What does it mean to be lost in the sauce?
Lost in the sauce, they fucking lost in the sauce, they fucking lost.
Because that's one of my fave songs on the album, and I like the whole mood you set for it. So what does it mean when you are lost in the sauce, and what kind of mood did you set out to have that mood for this album, or did it change, or is it what you expected?
I definitely feel like, well, Lost in the Sauce, first off, is, to me, is pretty much like what some people would say going Hollywood, but a little bit of like going Hollywood too early before you've even really made it, and losing yourself in a moment more than, you know what I'm saying, the bigger picture and everything like that. So, but definitely, it definitely was one of the, probably like top 3, like the first records I recorded for the album, so it definitely set a tone, and No One Left is kind of like the opposite of that, where it's me talking to myself, saying don't get lost in the sauce, and you know what I'm saying, in the mix of thinking you're already popping when you still got so much work to do, you know?
Did you, I noticed also there's not a ton of features, you know what I mean? When you see albums, usually the artist, he works with a lot of, it could be vocalists or, other artists. Is there in the future a plan to work with more features? And, was there a reason why it was mostly, there wasn't that many features on this album?
Definitely, you know what I'm saying, I always love, you know what I'm saying, there's definitely a lot of artists out there I love to collab with, and, you know what I'm saying, my peers and people that I mess with. But as far as the album, it's probably like 2 reasons why I didn't do so many features. Is one, I felt like I needed to give people a little bit more just kidding and you know what I'm saying, let them hear my, you know what I'm saying, story and appreciate just my music and not have to worry. And I didn't want to also wait for clearances and deadlines and stuff. I needed to get stuff straight to the fans because I felt like it was a momentum that I needed to run with. And another reason is just, like, for the album, I was really trying to do me, and I felt like it was so much to prove to other people, and I didn't want other artists or features to make my records, and seemed like it was a cosign that made Kid Ink more than Kid Ink proved himself and ran forward with it independently, most of all.
And you know what, I think when I listened to the album before the interview, I noticed that it's kind of like you don't just go straight to the point, but you kind of mention it's an idea always running up in songs that you don't want to be cosign. You're like, you want to get to that that main goal, by yourself, and
I think that that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, the gist of it. And, I've been around, like, the mixtape game, if you just catch up on my mixtapes, I've done features with a lot of the top artists right now, you know what I'm saying, Meek Mills and Tyga and 2 Chainz and all these people that are, you know what I'm saying, top artists right now. And I've already kind of, built those relationships and just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, show everybody that I could get it, you know what I'm saying, on my own.
And I just want to, before we wrap this interview up, I think when you think of a West Coast artist, you usually, there's kind of like a template to a West Coast. You kind of have like a West Coast sound. And what I thought that was interesting about you is, you couldn't tell. You could tell a West Coast artist, but with you, it's kind of I describe it as like a new sound. What are your thoughts about when people, say, Kid Ink, you don't usually sound like a West Coast artist?
I feel like it's something that I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying, just show people around the world that it's not just, that typical West Coast, like you said, template that everyone's used to, and shout out to everybody from the West Coast that just reps hard, and, you know what I'm saying, OGs and everything like that, but it's so many younger kids out there that are doing so much different music and producing. Like, I came from a production background, and I've listened to so much different music and samples and all that I have a different ear than just listening to West Coast music. I didn't just box myself in, so it kind of helped a little bit. But it's so many artists out there that are doing that. Shout out to, Tyga, and YG is doing a good job of mixing both sounds and just creating his own new West Coast sound than other, you know what I'm saying, the typical OG artists. So it's shout out to everybody out there.
Do you have a favorite sneaker? Because I kind of noticed the J's, and I asked Stally his favorite shoe. He said the True Blues. Do you have any the Jordan 3s? Do you have any your specific shoe that's
my specific favorite shoe of all time is the Jordan 11s. Any color, any color. Jordan 11s, I feel like I just saw Instagram on my thing too from the Jordan Depot. They had all the 11s up. Best shoe ever. And then, but I'm rocking J's right now. I've been getting all the J's. I won it when I was younger. They've been bringing them all the retros back, so I've been on my game. Favorite second shoes right now would be Supers.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I've been rocking Supers heavy lately. So.
Where's Kid Ink in 7 years?
Kid Ink in 7 years. #1 albums, at least maybe 4. Let's do like 4 #1 albums, 7 years.
This is Real Talk Hip Hop. Thank you, Kid Ink. Appreciate it, fam.
Real talk.
We out.
Go party, baby, till we see the light. You can tell them that it's back, take game, back, 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 game, back, back, game, back, back, game. Okay. Wrap it up, toga, OG, only, smell it, Folgers. I will never change like the money in your sofa. We smoking every day. Everybody know me, whisper that OC. Say smoking great, but all these niggas is phony. I just want it all. Money in the cars, right? I don't wear a tie, but they say I let a